Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're taking a look at the CNBC article here and then jumping on over into the charts. Bitcoin traders using up to 100 to 1 leverage are driving the wild swings in cryptocurrencies. Yeah, and a lot of these exchanges are one-to-one. And these trading websites such as Bybit, Durabit, all these other exchanges, they're all one-to-one contracts, so the price has to be manipulated in some fashion or another for the liquidity in the exchanges to even out their pays as well, to longs and shorts. So we're going to take a look at this article, see what's going on here, and then we'll jump on over into the charts and definitely take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening over there too as well. So let's go ahead and cue that intro and get started. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay updated each and every single video that we make on this channel. And we are trying to stay as consistent as possible. I am going to be, moving into a new spot here pretty soon, so we'll have to definitely take a little bit of a break and breather, probably over the weekend, and then get right back into it after that too. And don't forget that we have our private trading group page. I'm gonna make sure that our private trading group members stay up to date each and every single day, even when we're not making videos too as well. So if you want to come over there and join us, we use Discord as our main place where we post our private messages. We just use Patreon as a payment processor. So right now Bitcoin's hovering at about 37,800, and let's see what we got here going on in CNBC's news article today. Traders taking excessive risks in the Bitcoin market, being forced to sell when the price goes down, where the big culprits for last week, a 30% drop in Bitcoin's price. According to analysts, Bitcoin traders liquidated roughly 12 billion in leveraged positions last week as the price of cryptocurrency spiraled. According to bitbit.com, a cryptocurrency futures trading platform, seller begets more selling until you come to an equilibrium on leverage in the system. Bitcoin's aggressive moves are being driven by much more than next China crackdown or Elon Musk's headlines. Traders taking excessive risks in the unregulated cryptocurrency market, being forced to sell when price goes down, were in large part responsible for last week's 30% drop in prices and outages for major exchanges. According to the analyst, a burgeoning Bitcoin leading market is also adding to the volatility. The price of cryptocurrencies tanked last week, with Bitcoin losing roughly about a third of its value in a matter of hours. Bitcoin popped to nearly 40,000 on Monday, but is still down about 33% from its high. When traders use margin, they essentially borrow from their brokerage firm to take a bigger position in Bitcoin. If prices go down, they have to pay the brokerage firm back, and what is known as a margin call. As part of that, there's often a set price that triggers selling in order to make sure traders can pay the exchange back. Brian Kelly, CEO, pointed firms in Asia such as BitMEX allowing 100 to 1 leverage for the cryptocurrency traders. Robinhood does allow traders to use margin for crypto, and Coinbase only allows for professional traders. You get this crowd factor. Everybody's liquidation price tends to be somewhat near everyone else's. When you hit that, all the automatic sell orders come in and the price just crashes down. Bitcoin traders liquidated about 12 billion in leveraged positions last week as the price of cryptocurrency spiraled. According to BitBit, the mass exodus wiped about 800,000 crypto accounts. Selling begets more selling, continues more selling until you can come to an equilibrium on leverage in the system. Compounded leverage positions are so basically, a bunch of leverage positions, deleveraged markets get crushed. Does not matter what the asset is. Stock, crypto, debt houses, they bring forced liquidations and lower prices, but crypto has the same problem, and HTFs bring to stock front and legal and gas fees introduced. Okay, blah 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 blah. We already know how this works. If you're brand new to leverage trading, folks, don't forget that y'all need to be very, very careful out there. Nothing, probably, especially during these bull market rallies like this, nothing more than 5x is necessary. Anything more than 5x, you're probably going to be gambling here. And a lot of these exchanges, whenever people put in more longs than shorts, they have to, pay out. They have to pay out the short position somehow too or another, right? You get overbalanced in one position or the other on these exchanges, and they have to equalize out. And that equilibrium factor is just meaning a one-to-one contract, meaning that they have to pay out the same amount of shorts that they can pay longs to as well. So the manipulation is all over the place in this market. From China FUD to Elon Musk to leverage positions to margin calls, it's just all over the place, right? And especially during our bull market rallies, we're going to see just super high volatility. 5% swings one way, 5% swings the other way. And by all means, I would suggest probably just, obviously nothing that I say on this channel is financial advice, but the best route, to say the least, is maybe just dollar cost average and just to continue to hodl through some of these dips too as well. And obviously scraping off profit when you feel that you're in profit enough too. And then, also we view the charts each and every single day. So let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts and see what's going on over there. So folks, taking a look at the daily chart here, we have our resistance trend line that is currently being broken right now too as well. Bitcoin right now hovering at about $37,900, and we are still seeing that we have broken the parabola to the downside here. If we zoom on in, you can see that we are starting to put in our first kind of candle that is breaking above our resistance point here on our daily chart. And let's kind of zoom in just a tad bit. Actually, let's zoom out. What we were looking at on these higher time frames was our 3-day time frame. Our 3-day time frame is still holding support at the 100 EMA, which is this red line down here. We held night support. It looks like we are currently trying to get a little bit of a bouncy bounce here. Looking at market Cipher on the 3-day, it does look like we are about to put in a big green dot down here for ourselves in market Cipher, market Cipher B indicator. And so folks, if y'all also want to pick up market Cipher, there's a link in the description box below with the 5% off discount code there. Be sure to check it out. And yeah, so looking at the 3-day chart, it looks like we are finding nice support above our 100 EMA. So that is relatively bullish for us. Now we just want to make sure that we can continue up here. Take a look at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart, I'm not really seeing much here. It does look like we are starting to actually put in those teal candles, and they are starting to turn lime green. So that is another relatively bullish scenario for us too. The only thing I'm noticing is on market Cipher B that we are starting to, our VWAP starting to clip down here. So if we start to see a red dot, what I'm looking for is another Christmas tree stair step pattern to the upside here to continue back up to that zero pivot point. Once we reach that zero pivot point, then we're definitely going to be probably well off into our bull market territory as well too. And one thing that we do really have a close eye on is our hash ribbons indicator. We're waiting for that buy signal for ourselves. We've already gotten the recovery phase with the capitulation on the hash ribbon. So entering the recovery phase now we're looking for the buy signal. Obviously we could have one more big sell-off to the downside once we get that buy signal. I would not be surprised if we do get one more big candle wick to the downside after we get that buy signal on the hash ribbons. We do know that the hash ribbons is an indicator that, let's say, everyone looks at, and when that buy signal does signal, I guarantee you people are going to want to take long positions, and we could get that one last move to the downside to make sure that everything is balanced out on these exchanges and these leverage exchanges before we continue our rally to the upside. What we want to do is kind of zoom in just a little bit more. I talked about in yesterday's video, once we break this resistance trend line, we could come back down to retest it, and it does look like we have done that as of right now. So if we kind of zoom in, this is our 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame, we have gotten our buy signal too as well. Let's see if we've gotten our buy signal on the 8-hour. No buy signal quite yet on the 8-hour time frame. So the 6-hour time frame has shown us a market god buy signal as of right now, and now we're looking for our higher time frames to show some confluence with that. As of market Cipher, it still looks like we are still heavily in our red money flow as of right now. We want to start to see this recover on some of the lower time frames for the most part. So let's kind of zoom in here, take a look at the 4-hour chart. Are we starting to see any recovery whatsoever as of right now? yeah, on the 4 hour time frame, it still looks like our money flow is kind of evening out here on market Cipher. Now we want to start to see our money flow clip back to the upside past the 0 pivot point into that greenish area. You can see that it does look like we have kind of rolled over here on our candlestick patterns. If we go here, it looks like we broke through it and we rolled over to retest that trend line and possibly expecting a bounce from this point on. So let's keep zooming in here, take a look at the 2 hour chart and kind of dissect this a little bit more. Zooming out here, folks, as you can see on market Cipher, we are still seeing our money flow start to recover just a tad bit. It looks like we tried to clip up into that greenish territory. Kind of got a little bit of a rejection there, but it does look like our VWAP is still headed back to the upside, possibly ready to give us a green dot here on our momentum waves. If we look at our candlestick patterns, folks, it looks like we have broken through our resistance trend line. We broke through it. Now we're getting the retest back down to retest that trend line as support and then possibly making a bounce from here. So let's see what happens, folks. You know, if we break below, I would say said resistance trend line that is now acting as support, if we break back down underneath that, then I would say that it's probably more or less a fake out. We want to still see the price start to recover just a tad bit. We drew our 1 point extension out earlier on yesterday's video, and our 1 point extension is probably right underneath $60,000. And that's what we're going to be looking for, folks, is probably a pretty big move back to the upside here. So, you know, keep a close eye on things. Obviously, you know, this would have been a great time to continue to dollar cost average during our capitulation phase, now entering that recovery phase of the hash ribbons and then waiting for the hash ribbons to give us that buy signal, folks. Definitely looking like Bitcoin is gearing up for something relatively big here in the near term future, but we are going to remain patient. We're going to keep our diamond hands strong and make sure that we're also scraping profit along the way too during our next bull rally to the upside. I don't think the bull market is over yet. I still think we got some juice left in the can, and we are going to probably be reaping the rewards at the end of the year. So make sure you stick around, folks. Don't forget, join us in our private trading group page if you want to learn about some of our alts that we're dollar cost averaging into. We've started to consolidate into a select few of altcoins too as well to probably end this rally out with, and then hold through our next little bear consolidation phase too as well. Yeah, you can learn about some of those in our private trading group page. We just use Patreon as a payment processor. Make sure that you have a Discord username and we'll get you all taken care of. Don't forget, folks, to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay updated each and every single day on this channel as we continue through 2021, baby. And I think the rest of the year we're going to reap the rewards for this too. You know, we're going to have set pullbacks like this during our bull market cycles, and by all means, that's normal. It's just the way things kind of go, right? So let's stick around here, folks. Things are going to be gearing up, looking exciting. We're waiting for the fireworks to take off. And yeah, maybe that'll happen around the 4th of July for us, you know. I think that once we get that buy signal on the hash ribbons, we're definitely looking for, you know, potential upside there, you know, possibly one more big wick to the downside after we get that buy signal on the hash ribbons. But I do think that we are going to still see quite a bit of juice left in the can for us to continue us past $60,000. So thanks for sticking around, folks. Once again, I'll see y'all on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.